This marked the end of the farmer's part in the linen process. His job was now done, and the next stage was far removed from the tranquility of Gortnamoya farm life. The retted crop was drawn the 7 miles from Gortnamoya to Macna, and from the peace of the farm to the noise of the next stage of the linen industry, that of the scutcher. In the townland of Macna, near Upperlands, is still in operation the oldest Scotch mill in Ulster. For many generations the Lagan family have operated the mill, powered by the Clady River, and it is their proud boast that their mill has scutched the first and the last dam-retted flax grown in Ulster. With 16 feet of a head, there is more than enough power for the water to drive not only the Scotch mill, but also a 5-foot circular sawmill, and also provide electricity for the whole concern. It is here that Tom's flax is brought for scutching. Barney Lagan opens the sluices. The mill race which feeds the turbines begins to flow, and slowly the big flywheel begins to turn. The water passes through the turbines and runs back into the river via the tail race. Tales were told of how trout and salmon could be trapped in the tail race if things were managed correctly, but no one round here knew anything about that. In years gone by, the mill would have been in operation for most of the winter, scutching the huge quantities of flax produced in this one of the main flax-growing areas of Ulster. Nowadays, however, it is in operation less frequently, but nevertheless Barney can still call upon the able assistance of his son Michael, Christy Mellon and Herman Glazer to man the mill when needed, usually assisted by the farmer who produced the flax and a few others. Today Sandy Gray takes over the traditional role of the farmer, namely the handfuller, in bringing the flax beats forward, spreading them out evenly, gathering them into handfuls and making them ready for the roller. On busy days he would have had someone tending him, bringing the beats forward and cutting the bands. Barney reckons that Tom's flax is in good shape despite the poor season and should scutch well. The handfuls of flax are fed into the set of rollers by Christy Mellon. In this case, a 16-power set of fluted barrel-type rollers made, like the turbines, by Kennedy's of Coleraine. The rollers crush the flax, fracturing its outer layers, and as it is drawn through, it passes through gradually narrowing grooves in the rollers to emerge on the other side. The job of the rollerman was an important one, for he controlled the rate at which the whole mill operated. The rolled and flattened handfuls of flax passed through the rollers into the hands of the strickers. This job was usually performed by women, and in a typical mill there would have been 2 or 3 of them. Their job was to prepare the flax handfuls for the scutchers, and this simply involved lifting the handful, twisting it once, twice, and setting it down for the scutchers. It looks simple, but it isn't. Barney gives a demonstration. The stricks of flax next passed to the scutchers. In the old days there would have been 6 or 8 of these whirling machines operating in a row, and this was by far the most dangerous part of the whole linen industry. The scutching machines were composed of a vertical stock, and rotating at 240 revs per minute a couple of inches away in the same plane was a scutching rim with a number of handles of beech or sycamore. In Barney's mill there are 5 beech handles to the rim, though some machines had 6 or 7. The handles were designed to flail the remains of the outer layer of the flax against the stock, shedding this the shows and leaving the clean white fibre.